Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we are discussing the Hublot Classic Chronograph, 42.5mm in stainless steel. You can see this classically inspired Hublot stainless steel chronograph and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high-resolution images, and of course complete pricing details for this Hublot Classic Chronograph. Now this watch is a little bit of a throwback to the days of Hublot's origins as MDM Genève. Now, of course, the original Hublot watch was in fact the name of MDM's first product, the Hublot. Here we have a lot of the aesthetic of that watch recaptured in a case that is nevertheless modern in size and quality. Now, the timepiece features a 42.5mm diameter across the broad of the case. Now, that's not including chronograph pusher's crown or crown guards. In terms of thickness, well, quite frankly, it's a bit of a misnomer because it's not thick. Only 13mm thick. The watch actually slides easily under a tight sleeve or dress cuff, and it's one of the few Hublot products that is undoubtedly sober enough to pair well with formal attire. Now, from lug to lug, again, modern dimensions, classic proportions. Proportion being a matter of scale relative to each part, dimensions being the absolute size, and it is 51.5mm from lug to lug across the broad of the wrist. It sits well on a broad array of wrists, and this is perhaps as wearable as Hublot gets for smaller wrists. I believe down to 14.5 centimeters, maybe even 14, you're going to wear this watch with a great sense of proportion and style. Now, just like those first MDM products, this one features a ridiculously comfortable, natural vulcanized rubber strap, incredibly supple, thin, and pliant. It feels incredibly comfortable, silken even, on the wrist. And it's paired with a deployant clasp, twin trigger, as ever. The trigger means this large and substantial sports watch can't accidentally pop open at the clasp. You do have to depress both triggers for positive release. And of course, the clasp features a minder system whereby any excess strap tucks underneath the clasp for a clean aesthetic. It removes the need for minder loops to gather up excess strap. Now, the watch features a number of contrasting metallic finishes. You can see alternately brushed and polished on the hoods of the lugs, or rather I should say brushed on the hoods of the lugs and polished on the flanks of the case. You'll also note there is a subtle concave portion polished, again, on the bezel, giving way to a brushed or satin-finished tachymetric scale. Surprisingly subtle, nuanced, and undoubtedly handsome. This is perhaps the Hublot for the gentleman or the lady who does not necessarily favor conventional Hublot aesthetics, and it does a masterful job of offering a compelling alternative. Now, the dial has a gloss black, almost like a lacquer to it, with sunken sub-registers and a sporting tritone. You have the classic white, black, and red accented look of a mid-20th century racer's chronograph. And of course, everything is beautifully legible. This is a remarkably uncrowded dial, considering this is one of the smaller case sizes that Hublot has offered. Now, inside, protected to 100 meters of water resistance, is an Hublot caliber that offers automatic winding, 42 hours of power reserve. It's based on a ETA 2892. In fact, this is a Sellita SW300. It is a virtual line-for-line, piece-for-piece unlicensed copy of a ETA 2892, and if you're asking why is there a copy of a 2892, it's because all of the copyrights on ETA calibers expired decades ago. So the Sellita caliber is functionally identical to the 2892, so it has hacking seconds, 42-hour power reserve, automatic winding, a quick set function for the date, and because it is a modular vertical clutch chronograph caliber, there's a smooth start to the chronograph seconds hand. It stops without stagger, and it always resets precisely to the index at 12. Again, because it is a vertical clutch, you can leave it running full time with no additional hazard or wear and tear to the movement. And of course, the watch is versatile, 100-meter water resistant with a rubber strap. You can take this one in the water, no sweat. Of course, screw down crown, screw down chronograph pushers. It's quite robust. But again, there is a sobriety to this one in terms of its proportions, even its outright size, its combination of colors, its discreet use of red accents that makes it perfectly amenable to use with a suit, black tie, formal occasions, for when you do have to wear long sleeves and long pants that aren't denim. This watch is ready to dress up as few other Hublot products are. You can see it and you can purchase it on our website.